Hiya, I just wanted to do a quick YouTube video about how I prevented stretch marks during my pregnancy, and I have actually written an article on this and I'll link to it below. I've also written an article on how I lost my baby weight as well very quickly during the first 3 to 4 months after I gave birth. So I'll link to the articles below. But anyway, I did a lot of research about stretch marks prior to getting pregnant because I knew I was extremely susceptible to them. All the women in my family have stretch marks from pregnancy. And also I gained a lot of weight during pregnancy. I gained 50 pounds. So I was actually heavier than my husband. By the 9-month mark, I was heavier than my husband. And I ended up getting 2 small stretch marks that they weren't even a centimetre high. They were really small, really small, and I actually can't see them now. So, you know, and obviously over the course of time, stretch marks fade anyway. So to me, that's remarkable, and it's a real testament to how effective the methods that I used really are. And I will definitely be using these again if I have another baby. So they're quite simple. I made my own stretch mark cream was the first thing that I did, and I chose to do that because I just simply don't trust what's out there on the market. Firstly, it's very expensive. Secondly, it's usually full of kind of junky ingredients that I just don't think should be on the skin, because whatever goes on your skin gets into your bloodstream generally, and I didn't really want to expose my child to that anyway. But I wanted something that I knew was going to be effective. So in doing my research, I found the best oils that I could find for stretch marks, and that was cocoa butter, shea butter, coconut oil, and then vitamin E. Again, I'll link to the exact quantities that I used to mix and combine these oils, but I combined these oils and I used this constantly all throughout my pregnancy, multiple times a day, and I think that really makes a difference, just constantly hydrating the skin. So my first tip is basically hydrate your skin from the outside in. And I applied this by wetting my bump before applying it each time. I know it sounds really arduous, but it works. And the reason why it works is that when the skin dries and that water evaporates, it draws the moisture from the creams into the skin as opposed to just sitting them on top of the skin. So it's really advisable to do it that way. So that's the first thing that I did. And then the second thing that I did essentially was I took in tons of minerals from the foods that I ate, specifically with that purpose in mind. And that isn't just, just have an idea of what's good to eat and just eat that. I literally researched specifically what nutrients are essential for skin: collagen, elastin, synthesis, and just like integrity of the skin. And I took in as many of those foods as I possibly could all throughout the course. And it has to be all throughout the course. It can't just be you do a binge on all these really good foods and then you just can't be bothered. It has to be a consistent thing, and it really was for me. So you can see the exact foods that I ate because I have that all in an article that I wrote, and again I'll put that down below. But I also wanted to just mention a product very quickly here that I purchased with this in mind, because I don't think that we get enough of this in our food, and it's a mineral for skin, and it's called silica, and you can find it in things like mangoes and the skin of cucumbers, those kinds of things. But I purchased a product called Concentrace. I can also link to that. In fact, that's in my article anyway. So if you want all of these details, just go to the article because it's got everything listed. It's called Concentrace, and I actually purchased it from Amazon, and I'm not affiliated with Concentrace or anything like that. I'm not paid to say that that's a good product, but I learned that that's something. Silica's in this product. It's basically it's mineral drops that you put into your water, and it's just a really easy way of getting lots of minerals by just adding it to your water. And seeing as I was drinking so much, I was just adding these drops into my water. I was actually using a reverse osmosis system and then adding back the minerals. So this is what I used in order to do that. So I highly advise anyone that's considering you know, trying to prevent stretch marks during pregnancy to get this product, because it's awesome. But it's not that alone. You need to really seriously consider your diet very, very carefully and choose the right foods that support collagen and elastin synthesis, because I have the same genes as my family, and I carried my bump very low and it was huge. My bump was absolutely enormous, and people were saying that everywhere I went, your bump's huge. So, you know, it wasn't that I just carried it really high or really small. I carried my bump enormously. And in fact, I had a friend who was 9 months pregnant, and at my 6th month, people thought that we were the same, you know, in terms of how far along we were. So, again, any further details you would like about this, you can ask in the comments, or just link to my my articles and you can get all the details there. Thanks for watching.